let's go back to the time of the Spaniards. And we'll try to do that very quickly. When the Spaniards came here, they had first a small segment of Spaniards and of Mexicans. And they had to rely on the Philippine social system as it then existed. That meant that they had to rely on the leading families of each province in order to govern through them. Now, these leading families had really several functions, but their most important function was prevent the Spaniards from having too much or too abusive a government, as well as satisfy their own needs or their own greed. Okay. Then we had a revolution against Spain, and we had the Americans come in. And the Americans, Taft, at any rate, said that the Philippine intellectual, the Philippine politician, is the worst kind to build a government on. And yet, that is the government that they built it on. Because it was a way that he found to be simple and clear. And they were already in place. So much so that up to about 1908, you could not vote in the Philippines if you did not own property, or if you did not speak Spanish, or if you hadn't held office during the Spanish time. By the time that was gone, that provision of owning property was eliminated, by that time the children of all of those who were property owners had enough of an education to become literate. And they were the ones who could vote. Then, during the time of Quezon, we concentrated on educating people. The trouble is, because we were using American textbooks, we were actually educating our people not to be Americans, nor to be Filipinos, but to be Phil-Americans. People that, while recognizing that they were different from other people, nevertheless could never conceive of American policy as running contrary to Philippine ends or objectives. And we educated people in a way that was not proper for a developing country. We had a lot more doctors and lawyers and teachers and so forth than engineers, for example. So the result of all of this was that our politics followed our societal system. To put it bluntly, the same system controlled by the same families is still in place.